are live.
Whoop.
Let's see. Where's all those cool intro videos? There we go.
Oh, you got the
6
countdown.
minutes. Let's go. Never help. Can't do it.
It just makes us want to craft our own, and then we can put it out there, and people can use our intro.
Yeah, I get that. It could be the controller being built, and then and then the sucker that we have just like smashing it. Oh man, geez, I gotta get the my logo up. 1 second.
Oh yeah,
I'm used to this so far. New dad's swag. Yeah. Mess. Good thing the camera can't see under the desk. Totally clean and organized.
Episode is now in session.
Look at that sweet logo. God, I love that thing. All right. This recording's a little low. Do level. Test. So what other listeners want to hear? So much testing. All right. We got that there. Let's get the show underway. Dad's back in space, building a wild ship. Kid broke a controller. How exactly he won't let slip. Elden Ring's easy compared to Silk Song. And the dads list the new games for which they do long. Welcome to New Dad Gaming.
Love it.
I like that poem. That was a pretty good one.
That was good.
The adult beverages are poor. The kids are asleep. Welcome to New Dad Gaming, a show about fatherhood, gaming, and new fathers figuring out their gaming lives. My name is Trevor, and I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
And I'm Jeff. I have a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Each week, we try to show that just because you became a dad
does not mean it's game over.
And we have definitely entered fall. I think if the hitting us like a brick, everyone seems to be back in school. Time flying.
Right?
Unbelievable. It's basically Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it is.
Costco has its Christmas decorations up, ready to go. Just like we are barreling it towards it. I am curious with the fall approaching. It'll be sweater weather, but that also means like porters, and like multiple, like more of the kind of interesting beers. So it should be an interesting transitioning, most including the pumpkin beers.
Yeah,
which we do our best every year. I think we've had some decent ones, if memory serves. Some.
Yes, some. Yeah, again, we do the best that we can in hunting down. Again, we'll take suggestions. If people out there are listening, they're like, you know what, you really got to try this one. Absolutely, we'll take that into consideration because it's just rolling the dice.
And toss those over to @NewDadGaming or newdadgaming.com. But no pumpkin beer this week. We do have a couple wild ones, which we thought would go in. I did receive a suggestion for next week, so I'm going to see if we can go ahead and find it. But for this week myself, this rounds out the third beer that my wife picked up. So listeners in the last couple of weeks may recall, sent my wife to the store. She was at the store, said, hey, listen, got a podcast, need beers. Go to the beer aisle and just pick ones that stand out to you. Don't think about what I like. Just try to find them. She's been 3 for 3 because this thing is also fantastic and just kind of a fun beer besides. So we are looking at the Prairie Fairy Blackberry Wheat Ale.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the logo is just like, it's just a fabulous man.
Yes.
With a wonderful like pink coif and like butterfly wings behind his head. So this comes out of Alberta Brewery, and it's specifically Sea Change Brewery. And this is in a collaboration with Fruit Loop, which is an LGBTQ initiative. So it was done with them to try to support the neighborhood, everything else like that. Really awesome to see. And even better, though, is it's just a good beer. It's a fantastic beer. Very simple drinking. The blackberry is there, but not overpowering. An excellent kind of wheat beer, sort of soft. Just excellent. Like a really solid beer. So it's kind of cool to see a nice cause supporting good folks. But beyond that, just a great beer beside. So 3 for 3. Wife absolutely nailed it. She I kind of just want to keep doing it. Or it's like,
yes, you should.
Because they were interesting and they were delicious. And it's just kind of fun. So I can't say that I'm not going to just get her to keep picking these up for weekly beers whenever we're not picking up recommendations. Now
She just
now yourself. This is kind of a blast of the past because we went through a phase of the type of stuff you drank.
we
week.
did go through a phase of root beer,
Yeah.
alcoholic beverages. So this is the Crazy Uncle craft soda for grown-ups, and like the mustache motif. We got that, and again, my 12-year-old picked this out because they did like the little mustache on the top hat. Giggled and thought that was hilarious.
Of course.
So yeah, this is one that isn't all that bad. In the past, when we've had these root beer kind of concoctions, they can be hit or miss, and I think it really depends on the palate that you have. Because again, I gave this to my wife, and she's like, "It's cough syrup. I don't know why you're drinking it.
Why are you doing that?"
And to me, like, I always love cough syrup, so maybe I am biased, and I'm like, sure, I don't know, it tastes fine. It doesn't taste like my childhood when I had cough syrup, but it tastes okay. So, yeah, I could recommend Crazy Uncle hard root beer. I think it's out of Toronto, or at least bottled in Toronto, so it is crafted in Canada. It's a Canadian beer, but you could probably get it elsewhere, I'm sure, and it's just one to maybe look out for.
Like, I remember in our experimentation, there were some that were like, okay, this tastes okay, but I've not since ever purchased a hard root beer.
Yeah.
Previously, after our initial exploration, did you ever go back?
I did not go back at all. I think that was enough. So
okay, so I had a question. So I Googled something.
Okay.
While you were talking, I wasn't listening.
Yep. No, that's fine. Be real.
Yeah. But what I was curious, it occurred to me, it's like, how do they make this? Do they like take root beer and just like leave it in the sun until like alcohol shuts down?
Well,
or do they just like split like vodka into root beer? And then my unfortunate hypothesis is that it's not actually root beer. It's just alcohol that's flavored like it.
Probably, yeah.
And that's
whatever.
The truth. It's so.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, hard root beer is not traditional root beer with alcohol naturally in it. It's an alcoholic beverage that's flavored to taste like root beer.
You ruined the dream there, Trevor. Look at you. Now I know this is not root beer. It's just root beer flavored alcohol.
Well, let's see if I can get through these words here. Traditional root beer, sweet, non-alcoholic soda, historically brewed with roots from sassafras or sarsaparilla. Which is great. Hard root beer, essentially a flavored malt beverage. Okay, this is malt at least. For me, I thought it was basically just like vodka that they like pour seasoning into. So at least it's a malt beverage, like a hard seltzer and hard lemonade. It's brewed more like beer, using fermented grains to make alcohol, then flavored with root beer extract, spices, and sweeteners.
Okay.
So that's a little more wholesome than I was expecting, frankly. So we'll call that a tie.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting much, to be honest. So thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. Now, the one thing, so we here at New Dad Gaming, we enjoy ourselves good beer. We enjoy ourselves a good drink. One thing we definitely would espouse would be safe driving. Right?
Yes.
You can be having yourself some hard root beers. You do not get behind the wheel of a car, but you also don't get behind the flight sticks of your spacecraft. Because frankly, both of these dads are back into No Man's Sky. Do not drink and fly. Everybody out there. But upon it's of no surprise, given that last episode, upon realizing what Voyagers had brought to the game as it immediately just such a pull for myself. And I was fairly confident you would get into it as well. And it turns out you also revisited No Man's Sky this week.
Yeah, a lot of those features pulled me right in. So I had to reinstall and jump back in. And I have no idea what I'm doing.
But I'm having fun doing it.
I'm having fun doing it. Yeah, I had a lot of pull with the shipbuilding part. That was really like, oh, that sounds really cool. I've looked at Starfield, from afar, and it's always the shipbuilding that really got me. And the exploration to a point, but the shipbuilding is really cool.
Yeah, never for myself. And I will say, like, for anybody who will make sure that Jeff puts this up on our socials. Jeff put a valiant effort in to try to recreate the New Dad Gaming logo as a ship. And now that I know what you're going for, I can see it. Like I can see
You can see
like
the vision.
I
Yeah,
can the joysticks and like the pad and like the buttons. You you
trying.
you get it, man. That is right there. I think with enough game time,
Right.
given what
Practice.
people have been able to build, like I think
Yeah.
you can get it.
Okay. That's a good I like that encouragement because it just I'll have to go back and finesse it.
Yeah. Now, what has been your take on this game? Like we had, like, I seem to recall you bounced off it pretty heavy. You've dipped back a few times. Is this something that, and of course, something new comes out, everyone goes back in and they pokes it. Interestingly, No Man's Sky, like this is the most concurrent players on Steam they've ever
Oh.
had. Now, which is again because that doesn't even mention the other consoles, but is the most concurrent players they have ever had since launch.
Oh, wow.
So
It's
all of us spacemen, like and space ladies, got called back to the void with this launch.
yeah.
So what I'm
That's
curious,
interesting. That's I mean, like everyone's starved for sci-fi, maybe. I don't know. Like get us back in there.
but I'm curious. Do you think this would make it into your common rotation, or is it kind of curiosity got the best of you? You have a soft spot for the title, and like, oh, let's take a look.
I think it's one I always kind of kept there until I had other games that kind of ate the hard drive space and I'm like, well, sorry, no name No Man's Sky, you're being parked in the space
Mm,
dock elsewhere.
mhm,
Um I don't mind to jump in and kind of have it as a sandbox.
mhm.
Um before the show I said that I do creative mode because I'm like
Yeah.
I don't mind survival elements, but I find them extremely difficult on like, okay, I've got a this planet doesn't have what I need. And now I got to run around and try to find the one like little item to build the thing I wanted to progress, right?
Mhm.
So I've turned on the creative mode, but I guess to a veteran like yourself, you're like, don't do that.
Well, yeah. So I will count this as a PSA for anybody who wants to dive back in. What I discovered in some of my initial playthroughs, because it's very much the same way. It's not so much the survival of it. What I hated was it felt so unnatural to have to grind for launch materials for my ship
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fuel.
okay.
I detested it. It's like I just this we are far flung into the future, and you're telling me I have to like punch this plant to get oils to fuel my starship. Like, what are we doing here? This sucks. I hate this. So, I looked heavily into creative because it's like I can just go around the galaxy. What I
Right.
came to understand and discover, and as best from my research before my new playthrough, it's still true that if you play creative, you cannot beat the game.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's an open world, like, but there is a story, right? And there is like an ending in the sense that like you can get to the climax of that story.
Okay.
If you are in creative, you can't do so. However, that they did introduce dad modes though, it with Voyagers, or I don't might have come like an earlier time, but it's something like calm mode or chill mode or something like that. When you're creating a new game, you can just choose that one, and everything is just ramped way the heck down. So
Okay.
so as I've been playing my new game, it's much better. There's still a little bit of creation, like as far as like you have to still create fuel, but it's
Yeah.
so much less so that it becomes almost like a tiny annoyance as opposed to like a game breaking thing for myself.
Okay, that sounds a little better because like you said, like, hey, I'm zipping around in this futuristic spaceship and I don't need fuel every 5 seconds. Like
Oh, it's the
that seems a
worst.
little unreasonable. So,
Mm,
yeah, I'll check that out. One thing that like again, on the note of jumping back into this game after taking a break, I've missed a bunch of updates maybe and I was confused at the main menu. I was like, "Where
so what
what
do
are
I do?
like expeditions?" I fully didn't I'm like, "Is that a mission DLC thing that I needed
I
to
think
do?" Or I
that's
didn't know and I was like, "I don't know, continue game," and I'm trying to find where I was, but
yeah.
there was a lot
I
there.
I will say like I've never beat No Man's Sky despite my love for it, and I've dipped in a number of times. I will say I find it folly to try to, unless you have a somewhat recent save, the thought of like jumping back into an old save it's like, because if I think about the first time, like I was looking at my save list and it's like, oh, would you like to start up your save from 2002? I'm like, probably not. Like, I don't really know what was happening. Like, who knows what like tutorial I missed around
Right,
like this
yeah.
is how you actually drive these new ships, so you're not so confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying there. Like, Expeditions was interesting. I think again, if it really grabs me, if this perhaps becomes my game for the rest of the year, what I would be curious is maybe in an expedition. That's the MMO kind of part of this,
Okay.
where they will release events. Like, hey, we got this like thing going on. Join your other like 15 or whatever folks and try to find this flower or do this base or like attack these ships or like do something like that. So
Right.
they're just like the community events that you can participate in, which is again, I don't know if you're kind of craving that type of stuff with games. I tend to be a bit more solo myself.
Yeah, I'm more solo. So I'm like, I don't think you want me participating because I won't know what I'm doing. So,
Gonna mess up this goal for sure.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but man, I am just so thrilled with this game. I was so happy to purchase it initially. I even liked the first version, and to see
Yep.
how much they've given now after 10 years.
You've been in it for the long haul, so they
Oh
should
man.
be really thanking you. You've been the ambassador for this since the beginning. So, but do you think this is the end? Like, do you think like, we're gonna cut it here?
I don't think so. I think it would sort of depend on. There's a couple reasons why I don't like it would depend upon how this launch did. Like if it
Okay.
really didn't kind of move the needle and like people kind of play but not really. But to see them have this success and this coverage that they've had, I think it speaks to, oh, okay, this people still want this. Like this is a rich, like we finally arrived to what we were supposed to have. Let's play in
Right.
this space.
Okay.
So I think the massive success Voyager's represented, I think speaks you're gonna see this for a couple more years at least. The second part though, I think, is because their new game, Light No Fires, shares this same engine. Like again, like the interior of the ship thing, as best I understand, was possible because there's like floating ships in their new game. And they're like, oh, we know how to do interiors now. Let's bring that to space.
Right.
So any update they make to their engine for the new game is going to kind of come backwards. So they're not going to have to, all right, devs, you will only work on No Man's Sky now for the next like 6 months. Like they're able to kind of work on features for both. And accordingly, like I'd like to think if player count stays up, there's going to be it's going to be fairly easy to keep this thing cooking and keep releasing some content.
Okay. Yeah. Well, again, I'm here to jump back in, and
Yeah,
it'll live there, I think, for a while longer. Like I'm having fun with it, right? And I
yeah.
think that's the point, is to get your enjoyment out of it. And then, if you need to set it down for a little bit and then jump in again,
Mhm.
it's one of those games that does keep on giving. So there's always something new. Like,
Yeah. I, the goal for this upcoming week, I want to try the VR stuff again. Is that
oh yes,
just
yeah,
the thought that you can just do this game? This might be the greatest VR game you could possibly play because you can just do anything and everything you possibly want. So
right.
I definitely want to kind of bust out the headset and see if I can give that a shot.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, let us know.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hey, gaming dads out there, are you back into No Man's Sky? Have you done expeditions? Do you have thoughts on it? Love to hear your thoughts at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. So my damn kid, Jeff,
Oh no.
my damn, my damn kid, somehow, this is a short story. This is just a rant though. He broke my goddamn controller. Like, and it's just like, and it all of our controllers in the house, like it either has drift or it has like one of the L or R buttons smashed. It's just one of
Okay.
them doesn't work. And I
Yeah.
I posted a journey where I tried to fix one, and it works. We'll call it. It's like 80%, so it's
All right.
serviceable. But it's still like sometimes you hate it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I had very specific as a dad. It's like, okay, everything outside of this room, those are your controllers. All right, that's
Yeah.
just like the house controllers. You broke them. What a shame. Let's see what's up. And I bought a specific controller for myself, and
Okay.
not a luxury controller, Jeff. this isn't like a $500 controller.
Right.
Like it was like a $30 8-bit do or 8-bit do, however you want to say that, like controller. Just
Okay.
but nice. I was playing Elden Ring with it, like as a joy, but it's just like I cherished it. Like it's just sort of like, this is Dad's controller, because when I play, I need the buttons to work.
Yeah.
I can't have the smashed nature of what you guys are doing. Anyways, one time it's like, hey, Dad, can you come upstairs and play with us? I had kind of issues with the Xbox. We're going to both play 2 controllers. Okay, I'll bring my controller up into there and we'll use it to play. Wrap up for the day or the evening. It was kind of moving around. It stays in the living room. Now to start the story, to my son's credit, he asked, like, hey, can I use your controller? This other one's not working.
Okay.
And we were busy enough where it's like, okay, fine, go ahead, just be careful. And he damn well broke it, man. In this one time, this one instance where I let my guard down, it's like, you know what? Okay, fine, you can use it. And it's a shoulder button. So it's not this one in particular, but it's the shoulder button, like the R1, I guess, or
Right.
RT or RT, whatever you want to call it. It's like, how did you like, are you pressing it because like you're intense and like you're just smashing it in there? Did you drop it? He claims he
Right.
didn't, but he could not come up with a reason. It's like, it just broke. It's like, that's a lie. And at some point, it's almost like, I know you have a piggy bank of money. Frankly, I'm going to take it to buy myself a damn controller.
You're not gonna be able to touch. It's gonna be mine again, and that's it. Oh, that's brutal. That's too bad. That's like one of those things you're like, really? Like, I left you for like 15 minutes and it's done.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like, I had it for a year. I had a year of joyful gaming with like my controller that just never broke, that all the buttons
Yeah.
worked. It just left alone for an afternoon and just smashed. And I can't.
No.
Oh, I don't know if it's a boy thing as
I
opposed to like
mean,
a little girl thing, or it's a kid thing, but man, I was so upset.
yeah, again, similar like on my side, the PS4 sits in the basement, so the kids use that on the TV here, and I've got my Steam Deck upstairs, whatever, right? But when I come
Yeah.
downstairs and we're like trying to clean up the basement, and I find in between the the cushions of the couch, the PS4 controllers like jammed in there, I'm like, can we not just
Can we just respect things that cost money, please?
right? Because like those are not cheap controllers, still not cheap, and like you're just gonna make them not work, much like your shoulder buttons or the stick drift. Like that's just gonna happen. You're gonna gunk it up, and then it's not gonna work, and you're gonna want controllers. And no, but like again, took care of them for years.
Okay, so we're all friends here, right? So we can just
Yeah.
we can just talk.
That's
So
it.
it'd be great if you said no. It'd be great.
Nope.
It's like,
Yeah, like that's it. No, I'm gonna air it all out. Yep.
purely professional. So we struggled. My youngest, his birthday was like a while ago, but we weren't able to kind of like organize a birthday party. So we're going to be having a birthday party this weekend. We really struggled around like what is he possibly going to buy? He's in a very weird age because he's kind of like beyond toys. He himself does not like Lego
Okay.
or things like that. So honestly, like, it ended up being like V-Bucks and Roblox, Roblox, which sucks. I detest it.
Yeah.
But it's like I have nothing else they could possibly. He got some fishing stuff. He likes fishing, so it's like that was kind of like the one kind of thing. But it occurred to me, I'm like, hey, you don't really have a good controller that kind of works. Like, so maybe your friend, because and I know like controllers, like obviously not, you're not gonna get the Elite Pro, but maybe they can get you like a $20-$30 controller. That could be nice. And a little part of me in the back of my head is like, if you get 2 of them, maybe one of those 2 just like works its way down to Dad's room and just disappears because you owe me one because you damn well broke mine.
Can you imagine they get 2 controllers for their birthday and that one's mine?
One for me. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to me.
Oh, no, that's good. Again, like, you're just filling the need and making it like a gift. Sure, why not?
I just had to laugh at myself. It's like, oh my God, that'd be like if it's one of those, it'd be one of those funny instances where like perhaps all the kids, like that's the thing.
Yeah.
They all get them. Like I've seen that with birthdays, and it just happens that like All right, controllers for
There
everybody.
you go.
Let's go.
Go through one, you got another one, you got 8 others. Like,
Oh, you gotta love it. All right, well, hey, gaming dads, you have the same thing with what's the controller situation
yes,
at your house?
that's
Right
right.
into us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. Now, a reason that you, Jeff, might decide to destroy a controller
Yeah.
is with your inability, apparently, to beat the Hollow Knight games, which is especially interesting given the new Silksong release. I didn't play Hollow Knight, kind of
No,
appreciated it from afar, but just never kind of got into it. I believe you did.
I
And
did.
now,
Yeah.
and so I guess I'm just kind of wondering what is the situation in your house? Because firstly, you can't unless you break our year of no games,
Right.
purchase a new one. So does
Yeah.
that hurt? Uh, do you desire to beat these games? Like, is it
Right.
what is your take on Hollow Knight and now like Silksong coming out? Like, how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, so like again, like you said, Hollow Knight, I couldn't beat it. It was getting really difficult. The only ones that so the way I kind of got into it because I love Super Metroid. I love the Metroid games, and this is just right up that alley. It's just replacing Samus with a bug, and you go through a maze of corridors, and you find like different power ups that kind of open up other previous scenes for you, and you can find all the secrets that way. Right? It's right up my alley of what I love about Super Metroid and those Metroid games. It is extremely difficult, and I'm not saying Super Metroid is easy, like, it
Yeah,
can be difficult, but it is not crushingly difficult where you're almost at, like, the mercy of some of these games, like, for, like, the boss levels, like, the run back to get to them is, like,
mm,
tough. So, I think you mentioned at the start of the show, it was, like, like, Elden Ring, right? Like,
mhm.
Elden Ring, very tough, very, punishing, but I never found the run backs to those bosses overly difficult. Like, yeah, you would die, but like usually there's a site of grace, like, half a kilometer away, and you could just run back to the boss, right?
Yeah.
Hollow Knight is not like that. Like, there's a lot of them that are quite a distance away and a lot of platforming involved. So it's not like you can just run there. Um, so I bounced off it, but my kids, specifically my 12-year-old, has all their friends playing Silksong. Like,
Mm,
and they just want in on the conversation, and they're like,
of
hey,
course.
can we get it? Because all my friends are playing it and I kind of want to do it too. That's when I look at them like, listen, I know you can play a lot of video games, a lot of difficult video games, but this one
Mm.
almost broke your father. And I don't think I want to lose controllers to this, or like you just bounce off it immediately and like waste money. But they did remind
Mm.
me that Nintendo has a whole gold coin system, and we need to use those up before it expires because it's like the whole program shutting down, and I have money in there that would equal the amount of this game that they could play.
Mm.
So while I can appreciate everybody looking forward to Silksong, and it's been a while since the original Hollow Knight, I don't know what people are thinking because apparently this one's like twice more difficult. Like, it is like
That's
way
crazy.
harder. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it's just funny to hear you say that. Like it's so deceiving because it's very charming, kind of
Yes,
Metrovania looking game. Like it's kind of
right?
cutesy
Yeah,
almost. And you are not the first to say that I've heard. As far as like it is harder than like Elden Ring, as
yeah.
far as like difficulty curves. So and especially that I will say like the run back where you fight a boss, you die, and then you have to traverse for like 10 minutes to get back to him. Like that sucks, especially for a dad.
It
Like that
does
is
suck.
that is precious gaming time that we ain't got time for. Like what are we doing here?
We
Now
don't. I don't know.
the kid thing, what I find fascinating would be the thought where your kids are just fantastic Hollow Knight players,
Can you?
and
Yeah.
and the thing that destroyed you is just churn for them. It's like, yeah, yeah, beat it. Just go and get on a hard difficulty plus to see if it's actually
Yeah.
a challenge. Like
Yeah.
that'd be the more like it would almost be even vindicating if they like left crying. As it's like, oh no, I can never beat this, as opposed
Right.
to like, oh yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's, I got it. No problem. No
Yeah.
problem.
Can you imagine though? Like, okay, let's say we go ahead and Silksong is in the household, and
Yeah.
my 12-year-old just aces this sucker. You're like, what are you talking about?
What
It's
do you
like,
mean you're done?
right? Like, the reaction time is just there. I don't know. Dad's just old now, and he can't like figure out any of these puzzles, and the platforming is just
God,
horrible. But
what would be so funny is like, so what I'm seeing is, so when we record the podcast, we go live, and we'll have a little bit of videos going in the background,
yeah,
for, just to like spur in conversation. Which I only say to give context of what we're watching. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. What I was going to even talk
did
about.
you see a sequence where they were like hopping around, and you're like, I don't know how you're gonna do that.
Like, how are you possibly going to even like do this thing?
Yeah,
Man, like no absolute clue. The thought that I see. Yes, yes. So this entire playthrough. So this is somebody has beaten Silksong, and they have put up the entire playthrough. It's like, hey, here's me beating Silksong. It's an 8-hour video.
Hmm.
So that would stand to reason that if your kid was truly a savant, like in
Yeah.
less than a weekend, they could just completely beat this
my
thing.
God.
So you
That's
would buy
true.
it like on a Friday. And
Yeah,
on Monday, you're like, well, you got to be good at school because otherwise you can't play Silksong. And you're like, oh, well, I already beat that. That's pretty boring, frankly.
yeah, yeah. I don't know what everyone's talking about. I don't know what the fuss is about. I gotta wait 8 years to the next one. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm
The
already done.
fuss. Oh, was it 8 years between games?
It was something like that. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
quite a while. So
Wow.
yeah,
Well, good. Like, see, like I don't care for them to do crunch as far as like, hey, just destroy your devs like personal lives, but
yeah.
eight,
And this
that's
is
a
a pretty small team, and they just explained the weight was just them having fun adding things.
hmm.
So they added a lot, which again speaks to everybody jumping on Silksong and loving it, but also like, oh my god, how
Hmm.
am I supposed to beat this thing? Right?
Just looks like I almost wish this thing was like on. This will sound weird, and I'm a bit biased, obviously, because I have a backbone, so it's like my iPhone can become a portable. I
Oh,
kind of wish
yeah.
this was for iOS. You know
I
what I mean?
mean, you could, yeah.
Like I don't know that the graphics are so crazy that the latest Apple phones, like, or a reasonable Apple phone, couldn't like Apple phone. I say iPhone couldn't get it done because it's the nature of the visuals and everything else just feels like a very kind of cozy sort of situation. It'd be kind
Yeah.
of nice to just have it on iPhone.
Yeah, again, I think this runs 60 frames on the Switch on the original. So like, yeah, there's
Oh,
nothing there that is really like they've done a good job at optimizing this thing. I think it's even 120 on the Switch too.
wow.
So you could absolutely run this probably on a phone. Now, like you would need a backbone for I think the physical buttons, obviously, right? There's no way you could do a touchscreen
No,
kind of
definitely not.
thing. But like totally doable in my opinion. Like I don't think there's anything really holding them back in
Hmm.
that. So
Yeah, I'm
could be
trying to
cozy
see.
and rage on the go. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing. I guess the one that, if anything, it's probably just a small team, right? Like you have to put your. I did a
Yeah.
quick search. It doesn't seem like there's any plans to do it, but you only have so many people. So like, where are you going to put your effort into it? So I get it. Anyways, I'll be curious to see where this goes. We'll see if the kids decide to dive in and even war like it, you almost want them to not play it because it's so hard just for the vindication, because if it's super easy for you, that for them it's going to suck.
It is gonna suck, and I'll come back here and be like, "Why did I do that, Trevor? Why did you talk me into that?"
Oh, so now I wanted to round out the show around the. So what is interesting is this wouldn't necessarily count for you. So by way of reminder, we've kind of referenced it a few times. Jeff and I are in the midst of a no new game 2025.
Right. Yes.
So and it's not just necessarily like the money changing hands, because for instance I have Game Pass. It's just like literally you're not taking on new games.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So far so good. Like we had a couple close calls, but the
Very
judges
close
said like
calls.
we said
Yes.
the judges are all cool with it. Everything worked out fine.
Yeah.
But as we're kind of rounding third. You know what I mean? Like 2026, like you can kind of see it on the horizon. And there was a part of me that just wanted to ask, like, from this vantage point, at this time, like, what games for you are like almost like immediate first day, first month kind of purchase? Like, what has come out this year that has just so enthralled you that you thought to yourself, okay, the second that this nonsense is over because of this stupid podcast, you're going to, like I am day one, I'm going to the PlayStation Store. What games have captured you that way?
Yeah, I can start us off, but Claire Obscura Expedition 33.
100%. Day
I
one.
mean, this game came out of nowhere for one, right? And everyone says it's the bee's knees. Like, if you love Final Fantasy turn-based combat, this thing is gorgeous. It's, the crafted world, the story, everything. It's just A plus, right? And then there's me sitting there like, oh man, like this would be one like immediate. I think this is a game that's right up my alley, right up probably your alley in terms of like RPG strategy, turn-basedness. That is probably the first one to look at.
I think this would be New Dead Gaming day one, the first thing for both of us.
Yeah.
Because besides the callback to Final Fantasy, it's like everything you loved of any of the Final Fantasy games you played kind of growing up, as far as like that heart of it, like the charm to it, like that is inside of this game.
Yeah.
And then you come to learn, oh, it's this small, spunky little team that defied the odds and created this pure work of art that has no online play, has nothing to do with microtransactions. It's just this fantastic story, which elevates this entire notion of gaming from this super tiny team.
Yeah.
Like, and you hear some of the stories about how they got the voice actors. Like, it was hilarious. Like, they're just calling these random people and they're like, yeah, I can donate some time. I'll get this stuff done. You know what I mean? So like so everything like top to bottom, it's not just the fact that like the game itself looks like it's going to be just phenomenal to play and fun. Just the story of how it came to be is something you want to support. I almost wanted to break it just so that I could give this company money because I was so excited for what this is the type of thing I want to see continue in the gaming industry, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like again, completely I was along the same kind of train of thought where like they put in the time to make this gorgeous game. I think they're even like ex Ubisoft like coders or developers, and they wanted to make something that they love. I'm like, oh man, like that's where the gaming's at. Like you wanted to do this, you had autonomy to kind of tell your story. I want to give you the money to support the development of the next. Yeah, exactly. So
all right, so I'll hit us up next. So the one that really burned me this year was Space Marines 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I absolutely adored the first. I can still feel the weight of the Space Marine from the first one. Like they did such a good job with like every time he takes a step, like it's almost like the whole screen just shakes. So there's such a weight to it. And the set pieces were awesome. Like I adored the first one. And that's a bit biased too, because I had a friend who worked on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like as the credits were scrolling, like I took a photo and I circled and sent it to him. I was like, I did it, I beat your game.
Yeah, so why haven't you started this game? Have you told him yet?
Hope he listens to the show. But so it just looked fantastic. It looks like there's some pretty interesting online stuff. I'm a little bit towards Helldivers too.
Oh yeah.
Not so much in content in the sense like it's not the same game, so to speak, but it almost has the same feel to me where it's like, hey, let's all take these big mechs and have a good time into these like type of arenas. And that might be a misread on my side, but it looks like the core story would be awesome because I love the first one. And then secondly, it looks like if you wanted to goof around a little bit online, that could be like a good time.
No, that's a great choice. This is one that caught my eye too. Again, the environments and the set pieces and the amount of enemies on screen looked just phenomenal, like what they could achieve. So admiring this one from afar for sure.
Yeah, so let's see. Now, so for myself, it was going to be Oblivion Remastered.
Yeah.
Now you got the kind of cheat on this one because, but it's not a new game to you. You previously played, and it's like, yeah, okay, like we let it slide. That made sense to me.
Yeah.
But me, I've never played Oblivion before.
Yeah, you're in for a treat.
Yeah, I got in on Skyrim, which was janky, and apparently this is like double the jankiness.
More jank, yes.
Double the jank.
And that's a sell, yeah.
That's what people love about it. It's the best part.
Absolutely.
It's like that's where all the charm and fun of it comes. So like to experience that jank for the first time, like I'm pretty excited because Skyrim still remains my most played game, with close ones being Elite Dangerous and No Man's Sky. So I'd be
Okay.
curious, for being a Skyrim person, I'd be curious like
Yeah.
what's it like to go back, especially the remasters. So you skip some of the bad stuff
Yeah.
and the kind of cooler visuals.
Oh yeah. You'll love. I am sure you're gonna love it. As soon as you get there, you're gonna have a great time.
Now this one, like we ended up, I think, both kind of agreeing upon, where Lonely Mountain Snow Riders. Because so
Yeah.
previously this is like, so I played the original, so it was like Lonely Mountains downhill like mountain bike,
Right.
and low poly, super relaxed, like kind of isometric view, and you just take your dirt bike or your mountain bike and you try to get down to the bottom of the mountain. Super simple, really relaxed, like it's just awesome done. It's just, and the restarts were perfect because like you crash and like immediately like poop, you're right
You're
back
done.
there.
Yeah.
So you
You're
go again,
going again.
poop. So it's that sort of like, just, oh, this is really great to play, especially for a dad. Great,
Yeah.
dad approved 100%, because it's challenging, it's fun, it's funny. Like the kids can't even like it because, of course, you gotta go like flipping off the screen. But
Yeah.
then because of like the immediacy of just like the constant replayability, where if you mess up, you just start again, it was awesome. But then to see kind of a little bit more of the physics around the snow being added, but into that same world where it's like, because I do enjoy a good snow game, like my Good Times and Steep and those other type of titles. Like this one sung to me, but I did learn that it looks like you'd seen this one too, and looks like it might be
Yeah.
on your list for the new year.
This is one that definitely caught my eye. I love skiing. Sometimes you just can't go out there on the slopes. So having one of these type games brings me back to even just SSX. I used to love that game on
Yes,
PS2.
absolutely.
So it's not as quite as like tricky for that, but it's just the, like you said, where you crash, you immediately start. It's just easy to get into, easy to get out of, pick up and play, and just looks well done, clean, knows its kind of aesthetic it's going for, and everything just looks like it's, again, fun to play. So
Yeah,
I'm all for this one too.
and it's just one of those one more runs type
Yeah,
of
yeah,
games,
totally.
because after you beat it, you can also just beat it faster. Like
Right.
it's just, you know what I mean? And then if not faster, just in a silly way, where it's like, I'm going to try to like yeet myself off the side of this mountain and see if I
Yeah.
can survive.
No, I'm for it.
Oh man, we gotta like blast through these sounds because this show's going a bit on the long side.
Okay.
So Kingdom. Now this is all you. So
Yeah.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think it was 2 episodes ago. We got
Yeah.
to listen to you wail in agony,
Yeah.
learning that, having just beat Kingdom Come Deliverance 1.
Yeah, this is definitely on my list to play. Again, it picks up right where the first one left off. They fixed a bunch of stuff. The graphics are even more beautiful than what they were in the first one. And I am just really waiting until the new year to jump back into this one, because I just love this world. I got lost in it, and it was just something so cozy about it. I know there's a lot of like bloodshed in here. It's a medieval time kind of Bohemia war thing, but something walking in the forest and just hearing the birds, and it's just so well done. It was actually very calming for me. So I fell in love with the world. I want to experience more. I need this game now.
The visual I like to have is just like that your current guy is just sitting there like rocking back and forth.
Right.
Like, let me out,
Just
man.
waiting. Let's
Put
go.
me in, coach. Let's go.
Right.
I'm ready to continue my story.
Yeah, exactly that, right? Waiting for me to tag in. Let's go.
And then along that exact same line was Death Stranding. So like the dad packing simulator,
Yeah.
you were a very big fan of, and I don't know if you beat it this year or you just revisited it, which seems like a terrible idea,
It
given
does.
that 2 came out that same year.
It really does. Yeah, I had played it before, bounced off it, and then this one I reset and played it all the way through. And again, it was just one of the ones that it was a bit of a slow starter, where if you just do a couple like the main missions, because I like to do all the side missions too. Nope, PSA for this, do a bunch of the main missions because you get a lot more tools. And then it's just fun. And you get to do all the other side missions with more equipment to do those side missions. So again, fell in love with in the world as like a puzzle. So I'm looking forward to Death Stranding 2 as a new puzzle to kind of explore and conquer, because this is just, and it's got crazy Kojima stuff in it, right? So I have no idea where the story's gonna go. It could be like, hey, and you woke up from the dream and the game deletes itself. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Now you're a
Kojima.
baby. Oh no.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. So
We'll
I'm
see
looking
what
forward to
happens.
that one.
Unless it, man, like your whole story, like, your whole 2026 is going to be defined by sequels.
It really is.
Like it's in a layers. Like you have stopped so many stories,
Yep.
and you're just waiting to get them back started up. Because here's the next one: the Ghost of Yotai.
Yeah. Again, yeah. Sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, which kind of followed one character. This is his second character that I'm not sure how they tie it in, but again, just you're a samurai in Japan, and it's a beautiful world again, and just the colors pop, everything pops in this. The UI is like gorgeous, just one of those ones I want to jump back into, and it really lets the speaking for myself, the PS5 just really shines with this one.
Yeah.
And it's not out yet, which makes this better because like I can't have it even if I wanted it, but it's coming out soon, so it will be fresh and everyone will be talking about it, and the FOMO will be there, I'm sure.
Yeah. So October 2nd it comes out. You should just turn off your internet.
I really
This
should.
podcast for October.
That's it. Yeah. I need another distraction. I'll be in space with No Man's Sky. So
Oh, that's not a bad place to be. That's not
right?
a bad place to be.
Yeah.
Hey, but gaming dads, are there games you're waiting on because you need to get through some other ones, or they're just ones that you are not out yet that you want to get into? Reach out to us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. And with that, we'll wrap it up there for the week. A lot to cover. It felt like we talked only 2 days ago because time is just blasting by.
It really is.
And yet there's still so much to talk about. Broken
Yeah.
controllers, games we want to play. What are we going to do here?
Yeah, right.
But hey, everyone, thank you so much for listening. If you like the show, you can find us on all the major podcasting networks. Find us on Spotify, Google Play, Caster, iTunes, anywhere where you get your podcast. Just search for New Dad Gaming. If you do find us on there, two things that really helps the show. We cannot describe how much it really does help boost the signal. Subscribe to it. And if you can leave a rating or a comment, this helps other dads know that we're good. If you can, and would love to see that sent to us, and would love to shout out any message on the show. With that in mind, do you have a beer pick for us to try to track down and drink and test it out? Do you have a crazy ship you'd like us to show or discuss? Do you have a series of games that you are looking forward to getting into, or are you participating in a no purchase type of thing as well? All the above. One of the greatest parts of the show is interacting with our dads. That's one of our favorite parts each week. So reach out to us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. Would adore to hear from you. Looking forward to it. Everyone, really appreciate you being here for the week. Thanks so much for listening. And until next week, my name is Trevor, and I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
And I'm Jeff, just patiently waiting for those sequels. I have a 15-year-old and their sequel, a 12-year-old.
Yeah. And the creators, like, they really wanted to craft something. They want to take their time with the sequel, make sure they got it right.
Right. Yeah.
I appreciate that. God, why have we never called our second kids the sequels?
I don't know. It just, a lot of sequel talk, and it should have happened.
Oh, that's all right. Well, that's canon now. We're good to go.
That's right. Yeah.
Everybody, remember, just because you became a dad
does not mean it's game over.
See you next week.
See you later.